What is going on, YouTube? Today we are looking at the ninth story of my collection, The Crumbling of a Nation and Other Stories. And that story is called Love the Way God Intended. This story was inspired by several movements sweeping the nation today. The first is the anti-intellectual movement. This insane idea that education and educators are somehow a threat to society, along with the movement of Christian nationalism. This movement to wipe away everything that is not Christian. And then we have the movement that is trying to eradicate all LGBTQ plus members, not only from education, but from society. And when you tie all of that together, you get the story, Love the Way God Intended. A dystopian nightmare where all books that have been deemed unchristian have been banned from schools. But one teacher has taken it upon herself to sneak books into her classroom to provide to the students whose lifestyles are being banned and silenced. But by doing so, she is not only breaking the rules of her school and therefore jeopardizing her job, she is also risking the lives of her students. Here is a sneak peek of the story. The administrators of Washington Middle School can no longer sit idly by as the dangers of the outside world crept into their community, threatening their students, in heart and in mind and in body. Too many events had already occurred around the nation. The librarian in Oregon with the rainbow flag on her desk, the bus driver in New York who played gangster rap over the radio every morning, the group of 16-year-olds in Ohio with watermelon charms on their Crocs. They had seen too much to turn a blind eye. They had to be proactive. The school had to protect their kids. Mrs. Estrada joined the back of the line for security, which was already wrapped around the corner even though school wasn't set to begin for another 45 minutes. When her turn finally came, she set the box on the conveyor belt, removed her shoes, belt, jewelry, and electronics, then walked through the body scanner. "Clear," said the first security guard, and onward she walked, to a second security guard who scanned her once more with a wand, just in case the body scanner missed anything. "Clear," said the second security guard. The box of books and the rest of her belongings were also scanned while a third security guard observed. Once the box had reached the other side, yet another security guard grabbed the top book, eyeing it. "These books received approval?" he asked. "Yes, sir." Mrs. Estrada pulled the signed paperwork from her pocket and handed it over. The security guard looked through the paperwork, checking the legitimacy of the signatures from the school board, principal, and state governor. He then compared the title on the paperwork with the top row of books. Everything matched. He handed the paperwork back to Mrs. Estrada, though his evaluation was far from complete, and picked up a copy from the top row, reading the title of the book and its author out loud, along with the description on the back of the book. Nodding approvingly, he removed the dust jacket and studied the boards, then carefully scanned the pages within to ensure they all matched the description he had just read. Again, he nodded approvingly. Lastly, he went through the box, ensuring every cover matched those on the top of the box. Finally satisfied, the final security guard said clear. When Mrs. Estrada got into her classroom, she kept the door locked, the blinds drawn, and the lights off. Relying on feel and faint outlines, she made her way to the back table, where she gently set down the box of books. Carefully, she removed each book and set them down in front of her. Each book had upon it a picture of a young boy and a young girl holding hands. Written in big, bold letters was the title of the book, Love the Way God Intended. A raving review from the nation's most popular news organization called the book a triumph for American society and future generations. As Mrs. Estrada arranged the books on the desk around the class, one dust jacket slipped to reveal that underneath was not actually a copy of Love the Way God Intended, but rather a book called We Do Not All Love the Same, and That's Okay. A book that had been banned by her school district and many other districts and libraries throughout the state and nation for its inappropriate inclusion of same-sex relationships. Mrs. Estrada quickly readjusted the jacket to ensure the book appeared like the others. If you would like to find out what happens in the rest of the story, my book, The Crumbling of a Nation and Other Stories, is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and the TikTok shop. And if you would just like to see more videos like this where I talk about the inspirations behind each of the stories, make sure to hit subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.